Who's ready to do a science experiment? I am. Are you? Let's do them together. Hello, scientists. I thought you'd come with me today since it's winter and we can make some snow at home. Do you want to try it? Okay, let's do it together. We are going to do a snowstorm in a jar. What you're going to need is you're going to need a small jar for you to make your snowstorm in. You can make it in different sizes. So I have one that I've already started the process in this size. I have a smaller jar, and then I'm also going to try it in a jar this size. Okay? So you choose the jar that you would like to have. Next, we need water because we are going to fill these jars a little bit with water. Next, we need baby oil. You'll have to go to the store, or you might have some at home, but you'll need some baby oil, okay? You need some white craft paint, all right? And sometimes people use this to help clean their teeth or their retainers, things like that. They're denture tablets. You can get them at the pharmacy or at some grocery stores, so check in your area. Last, not all jars are gonna get this, but I'd like you to get some food coloring. I'm gonna choose blue because blue is a color that we often relate to winter time and snow, but you can use whatever color you want. I just wanna see if there's a difference when you use blue, okay? Last of all, you need an adult to help you. Always when doing science experiments, make sure you have an adult around to help you and make sure that you're staying safe. Okay, let's go on to the next step. All right, now that you have all your supplies, are you ready to make a snowstorm in the jar? I am. I don't get snow where I am, so I want to try and recreate winter, okay? So here is what the jar is going to look like when it's finished. This is the second stage, and this is the stage that we're going to do it together in. So what you need to do is you need to fill the jar a quarter full with water. There you go, quarter full. Then you take your baby oil and you fill the rest of the jar with the baby oil. Okay, I want you to have a look once you're done. Does everything mix together? Do you notice if the oil and water mix together? Write that down on your pad of paper that you're gonna have to see your scientific experiment happen. Okay, perfect. So now we have 1, 2, 3 potential snowstorms. Because remember, in science, not everything's a sure thing. So I'm really hoping these work because they looked really fun, but you never know. Next, it says we'd like to do a teaspoon of paint, white paint in each jar. So I just have a little reusable spoon. I'm just gonna put a teaspoon of paint onto the spoon, and they want you to put it in like that, and then you're stirring it, okay? You're gonna stir it up until the paint mixes in with the water and oil. Okay, now that is going to settle. Okay, we're going to go on to the next one. Okay, here we go. Stir it into the water. Okay. Keep stirring until you feel like it's dissolved. Okay, that looks good to me. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna give it a bit of time. You want the paint to make sure it's settled into the water and not up top with the oil, okay? So let's give it about 5 minutes, then we're gonna come back and we're gonna do the next step. All right, are you as ready as I am? I am ready to make snow in these jars. I can't wait. I really hope it works, because science is so unpredictable. We really don't know if it is gonna work. We hope it does, but sometimes things don't work out just because of maybe the combination of ingredients, the temperature, the time of day, how much you added. So things you can do is you can get yourself a science journal. It could be a little book, pad of paper, it could be a whiteboard. You can write down things that you find out while we're doing these experiments. One thing I want to talk about is the difference between oil and water. Why does the water and oil not mix? Did you think about it? Did you talk to your adult about it? Did you ask your sister or your brother? Or did you Google it? Well, I had to Google it. And what I found out was it's because water is more dense than oil. And so that being said, it's heavier and it will always go to the bottom. Interesting, right? You can write that down in your science journal or log and keep that information because you might be able to use it in another science experiment we do. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to add the denture tablet. Okay, so denture tablets come in little packages and they're white normally. They're about the size of a quarter or a euro if you live in Europe. Okay, so what I'm thinking we want to do is we want to get 8 pieces from this round denture tablet. So what I think we should do is break it in half and then break each half in half again. Oh, did I say 8? No, we want to get 4 pieces. Okay, 8, that was a bit crazy. I don't know, that's okay. Now we get to add them to the jar. So let's start with this jar. We're going to do the one in the middle, okay? So I want you to think, do you think after we add 1, is it going to start to make snow, or do we need to add all 4? Make a prediction. Write it down in your science log. I'm going to say we need to add 3 before it starts to make a reaction and start adding the snow in our jar. That's my prediction. I'm going to say 3. You make your own prediction, okay? I'm ready. Are you ready? Are you watching? Okay. You do yours at the same time, or you watch my video and then do yours later. Whatever works for you, but I want you to be able to be watching this to see if the snow happens because I don't want to miss it either. Okay, here we go. 1. Oh, I don't see anything happening. Oh, maybe a little bubbling. Ooh, 2. At 2, you're starting to see some bubbles. Do you see them? And the snow is starting to move to the top. 3. Wow, more and more is coming on the back part. 4. It's like the snow is coming to the top and it is starting to come down. You can see it bubbling. And as it forms on the top, you're going to start to see, hopefully, snow dropping. Keep an eye. Oh, it's starting to happen. Okay, it's getting foam around the top. I like that. Oh, there's our first snowflake. Our second. Wow, our third. I can't believe it's actually happening. This is great. Our science experiment worked. Great job, everybody. Okay, I had to take a break, but I've come back and now I want to do something different. It's suggested that we add a little bit of food coloring into it. I have blue. I'm just going to add a couple of drops because it might make it look more wintry, they said. Okay, so let's do that. You also can add glitter. So if you have glitter at home, add glitter to the water too. Let's make it look like a glittery winter wonderland. Okay, I'm going to add, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4 drops, okay? And I have the gel kind. That's the kind I can get here at my house, okay? So that's what we'll use. All right, let's see if this works again. All right. I have another denture tablet. Okay. Break in half. Break in half again. Okay, let's do the other half. Okay, you ready? Now, what I'm hoping this time is we'll see a bit of white and blue bouncing up. Now, are you wondering why, when you drop the denture tablet in, this happens? So denture tablets are made up of baking soda and citric acid. When they're in a dry form, they don't react together. But as soon as they get wet, the two of them don't mix well and they start to get together and explode and react to each other. Okay, so let's drop these in. Ready? Oh my goodness. I can't believe we're doing this. Like, do you think it's gonna happen twice? Because this one is still kind of floating. And I bet you if we want to try, we can add a few more and it might do it again. You might be able to do this over and over again. Okay, let's try. Ready? 1. Watch for the blue. Let's hope the blue happens. 2. Oh, it's happening. Oh, you can see the blue at the bottom. Oh, neat. Okay, 3. 4. Oh, that is pretty. I love the blue. It so makes me feel like there's winter wonderland in my jar. That's really cool. So I think the glitter would be really nice too. I just didn't have any at home. But if you do, try and put a bit of glitter in there and you can have, but you probably can put glitter and food color in. Whatever you like. There, look at it, it's stringing up. It's trying to go near the top of the oil. And then it drops down like it's snowing outside. You know when those big snowflakes come and you can stick your tongue out and catch them? I wouldn't eat this, but when you're outside and you do that, it just feels so magical. This is what it's kind of making me feel like. Oh, I almost want to get my coat. Okay, who's ready for the third jar? I'm kind of wanting to see if we add 2 denture tablets, how much snowflakes will we get in our jar? Should we do it? Okay, I think we should. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, now you're going to add another one, so 8 little pieces in total. 5. You can see it already going. 6, 7, 8. Oh, and I had a little extra there. Let's add it. Wow. I don't know if any more is coming. It does seem like there is more. I wonder if it will last longer. Let's see how long it lasts for. Because the other jar has stopped now, and this jar is continuing to go. You can see the snow flowing down from the top. Oh, look, this definitely has more bubbles and more snow coming out. It's making it thicker. You can see the sides of the jar getting more of the white paint mixture around the side of it that is making our snow. Very interesting. Okay, next tip. Let's think of a tip we can think about. What can we write down? What do we want to remember about this? One thing you can look up, and I want you all to take this challenge. Look up what molecules are. Tell me what molecules are. And I want to hear from you, because after you do your science experiments, I would love for you to show me pictures or videos of your science experiments and answer a few of those questions. Did you get snow in your jars? Ooh, look, it's starting to bubble near the top. Do you know what molecules are? Why does oil and water not mix? Ask those questions of yourself. See if you can write them down and send them to me. And I will answer you back if you have any other questions. All right, we're near the end of our experiment, but I want to challenge you. I want you to record how long your jars you thought bubbled and had snow and reached the top and then released the snow by the reaction of the denture tablet and the oil and the water. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave these for a couple of hours, keep an eye on them, see how they do. When they stop, the next one I want to do is see if we can add another denture tablet in and make it snow again. Okay, so in a couple hours, I'm going to come back, and we're going to try it again, and we're going to see if it works again. Because maybe it's something you can keep around for a while, and just every time you feel like you want winter, you can add a little tablet to it. Okay, I'll see you in a few hours. Okay, we're back after a few hours. The jars have settled. The baking soda and citric acid from the denture tablets is no longer making a snowstorm in the jar. Because after a while, the reaction will stop and it won't continue on. So our challenge was, let's see if it works again. I wanted you to make a prediction, write it down in your science log and say, will this work or won't it work? I'm thinking it's gonna work, but you choose what works best for you. So I have some denture tablets left from the box that I bought at the store. So I'm gonna see if it works. So which one should we try? Let me see. I think let's try one in the middle. It's probably easier for you guys to see. So remember, break in half again. So we have 4 pieces. Okay, so last time we did it, the snowstorm started within like a couple of seconds. So I'm wondering if, because there's already been some stuff in there, will the reaction be quicker or will it be slower? Who knows? All right, here we go. Let's see. 1. Well, you can see a little bubbling. 2. Oh, there we go. They're starting to float. 3. 4. Wow, it seems to be working. The bubbles from the citric acid and baking soda tablets are going to the top. Things are floating to the top. I see a little bit starting to drop. I have to say, I think the reaction might be a little bit slower, but it definitely is still working. You might need to put 2 in if you would like to, if you're adventurous and would like to try 2. Let's try 2. Okay, here we go. They're pretty inexpensive, so it's a relatively cost-effective science experiment that you can try a few different things. So here we go. We're gonna add some more pieces. Oh, that made a big difference. Adding that extra little bit, see? That was just 2, so literally just half of a tablet, and you already can see the snowstorm happening. Well, that's great news. My prediction was right. Was your prediction right? So what I would do now is, if you'd like, you can leave these. Have them on your kitchen counter, or on a shelf, or a table. Make sure an adult always knows where they are to make sure that you're staying safe. Try them every so often. Add different colors if you want. Add yellow, red, blue, green, whatever you feel like, and enjoy the science experiments. I hope to see you again at my next one, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please send me your pictures or your videos of doing this, because I would love to see them and answer any questions you have.